911, what's your emergency?
Police search warrant, open the door!
Like I've been there in the hotel room with a needle in my arm, crying, the tears going down on my arm. I can't see where I want to put the needle because the tears are getting in the way. I've been there.
I was literally dying. I was having seizures every day. I had burns across my body all the time. I was going in the ambulance all the time, hospital, getting arrested all the time. I had lost my entire family.
And I was just hopeless. I was just brokeless, everything. Everything that comes with drugs. Especially, I didn't want to die that way.
America is being ruined from the inside by an epidemic. It's been going on for a long time, and now there is fear of worsening as it's permeated every strata of society. It's being recognized for what it is, the beast of the 21st century, addiction in all its forms. Continue to listen as we explore inside and out of this beast with testimonials, insights, advice, and crazy experiences from all of those affected who are now demanding change. Let he who hath no sin cast the first stone. We are not here to judge. We only hope that through sharing and discussion that more will find their way to the road of recovery. And if you are in Southern California or desire to be, the SoCal Road to Recovery Residential Treatment Facility is an excellent first stop on your road to your better life. Hope is real, and if there is hope, there can be recovery.
It all depends on whether the client's ready or not. And sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. And we've seen them come and go here. And fortunately, we have experienced some really wonderful journeys with some clients, and they're just so grateful that they had the opportunity here to try that journey in recovery one more time.
Welcome to the South California Road to Recovery podcast. I'm your host, JT Turner, and today we have a special guest. His name is Joey. Joey has battled and is overcoming one of the toughest forms of the beast, alcoholism. He has been a client of the South California Road to Recovery treatment program, so he can speak firsthand of his experiences there. Joey is joining us by cell phone from San Bernardino County, California. Welcome, Joey, to the South California Road to Recovery podcast. How are you today?
I'm just great. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We are so happy that you are willing to join us and that you're willing to tell us your story.
Well, I look forward to it. Thank you.
Okay, let's get right into it. How did you discover the South California Road to Recovery?
My descent into alcoholism happened very quickly. I'm an alcoholic, and I spent most of my adult life drinking normally, but because of depression and anxiety and mental illness, I discovered alcohol as a way of numbing myself. Mm-hmm. It got really out of control. I began to drink every day, all day long. Mm-hmm. And I was very sick. And one day my husband had decided that he was worried that I would have a seizure. So he took me to Riverside Community Hospital, emergency room there. Mm-hmm. I have no memory of any of it.
Wow.
I'm trying to keep it as compact as I can.
Sure.
I have no memory of this at all. I was blacked out, as I often was blacked out. And I discovered South California Road to Recovery because I woke up there after that. My first memory after having passed out was waking up in a very nice bedroom. It was, I would say posh. Mm-hmm. It was lovely with a big screen TV, and I was in there by myself, and yes. I was obviously in someone's house, and that's the only thing I can think of.
Right.
But then things started happening. There was group sessions, there was one-on-one counseling, there was home-cooked meals, and all of this. I was just astounded by it. And here's one. I had been in and out of treatment centers for suicide attempts and mental illness and alcoholism. And I've been to a couple of them in Chino, let's see, Redlands, and in Riverside.
Mm-hmm.
And at those places, it'll make you worse. If you're not crazy before you go in, you will be. Because all you do is shuffle around through the halls and in between meals, horrible meals,
mm-hmm.
and med time. That's what took up the time.
Wow.
It's the most ridiculous thing. And my best experience there was in Rancho Cucamonga. And one of the counselors who, Spencer, I believe he's a counselor. I'm not sure what his title is, but he's the one that came and fetched me from the emergency room, from the hospital. And he says that I argued. I didn't want to go. I was, and I have no memory of this. I fought tooth and nail. I wanted to go back to Canyon Ridge Hospital in Upland. It was a horrible place, but it was the best of the lot. You know, I thought I was going to find myself in.
Right.
At least I knew what I was getting into.
Right.
But I had no idea that I was going to be taken care of. That's the only way I can put it. I was taken care of.
Wow.
And in every way and shape that I can tell you. Now, I developed a relationship with these people who work there.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy
Mm-hmm.
and Jen and Marco and Brandy. They were all hang on.
It's okay.
I am healthy and I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm very involved in Alcoholics Anonymous.
Very good.
I'm actively involved in it in every respect you can imagine. And these people at South California Road to Recovery, they took care of me and loved me, and I loved them. It was bizarre. I didn't know there could be such a thing.
Right.
I owe my life to it. I really do, and I owe my life to it, as well as Alcoholics Anonymous.
Wow.
You know, and I would have never. I went in there a militant atheist,
right,
and came out of those doors and out into Alcoholics Anonymous, a spiritual person with a higher power. I pray every day. I meditate.
Yeah.
I read the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and visit the people at South California Road to Recovery twice a week and keep connected. And for example, Jen has asked me to speak on an H&I panel for Peter House, and I did that. Now I'm a regular speaker on a regular basis. These are the things that keep me sane and sober.
Right.
I spent 4 months at the treatment center.
Wow.
And I was so at home that I leaving and going home was it was bittersweet. But I still keep my connection with them. So it's a beautiful thing.
That's beautiful.
I may be gushing, but I apologize.
No. Your answer is totally fine because it is what it is. You know, unfortunately, there are many treatment centers out there and places with commercials and big fancy billboards and all of those things. But it is amazing that it does vary from facility to facility. What makes you think that South California Road to Recovery, why do you think that program takes so good care of its people?
The people there, the counselors, the program, there's a program. And, you know, we had group sessions and we had assignments. And I think that they have a program and they have good people. I think there's no compromise.
Mm-hmm.
There is no compromise. and staying connected with each person. Every person was treated, customized treatment for each person. Everyone had a different agenda.
Right.
And I'm sorry, Cameron, but
right.
Yeah, the people and the program and the unwillingness to compromise. I mean, it's we're talking about high end here. I have no idea what it costs. I have insurance, good insurance, but it was it was amazing. That's all I can say.
And that's good. And then, like, reverse to that, what do you think was the main driving force at the other facilities that weren't as attentive to your needs as an individual? And the reason why I ask you is because, there may be people listening to this podcast who have someone that are in treatment or keep on going back to treatment, and the treatment center that they're going back to continues to not produce positive results. So what was your experience being in that environment and sort of becoming used to it and thinking that was the standard, that then all of a sudden you came here and you were shocked by what is basic care? What do you think is the driver in those other facilities?
Well, to start with, the facility itself is very clinical, very clinical, and you just have hallways, you have a little bunk, and the other thing is that the people who work there seem to be, they don't like you very much. You're just a person who's taking up their time, and there was no program at all.
Right.
In all of it, there was no agenda. There was nothing. It was just your day in, day out. You shuffle through the hallways. I keep saying that because I didn't want to lay on that cot all day.
Right.
But maybe most of the patients I remember would just lay there,
laying on the cot
all day long.
Right.
That's not treatment. That's nothing.
No, that's not treatment.
That's damaging. They're damaged.
Right. And I would encourage any of our listeners who has someone in that situation to recognize that that's not what's supposed to be happening, because there are other facilities, there are good facilities and good programs out there like the South California Road to Recovery Treatment Program that will give you individualized, custom care and treatment and support and treat you like a respectable human being as you go through your battle with the beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most
and I'm sure that there are other treatment centers out there that are as good as South California Road to Recovery. I'm sure.
Can't be the only one.
I don't know.
Can't be the only one. Hope we would not be the only one, but we got to say we can't be the only one. Okay. And so now, how do you see your future? You went there, you were, down and out and looking more towards the down than the out, and then just being in that supportive environment sort of rejuvenated you, and you got back your sense of humor and you got back your zest for life and helping others. How do you now see your future, Joey?
I have one. First of all, I have a future, and I didn't have one before. I mentioned suicide attempts. Well, I didn't. It wasn't when I was drinking like that. I was drinking to die.
Wow.
So now I look forward to living.
Wow.
I look forward to this completely different.
Wow.
My future looks like this. I've got back, as you mentioned, my sense of humor. I used to do stand-up comedy. I did. Okay. I was funny.
Okay.
But that was, you hear me laughing a little bit.
Right.
I haven't done that in years.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm not thinking about doing stand-up again, but I am writing.
Oh, okay.
I am writing, and I see my future as an AA'er.
Excellent.
And Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm immersed in AA. I will always be an AA, and I want to give back, and that's my future, is to give as much back to other people who suffer from alcoholism as I possibly can.
Okay. And we definitely will have you back when you are ready to promote your book, too. So remember that.
Yeah. I've written a book,
Okay.
and I plan to write another one.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to write in years.
Okay.
But my book is a work of fiction. It's called Billy Gunter,
Okay.
and it's a love story. And
Excellent.
I wrote that before I crashed and burned.
Okay.
And I got that done and published, and alcoholism took me down.
Wow.
It took me down after that.
Wow.
But the writing of that book was so emotional.
Mm-hmm.
It is such an emotionally charged, very powerful
Right.
love story that I actually it caused me to lose it a little bit.
Okay.
Now not anymore. I mean, I just put my heart and soul into it.
Mm-hmm. Understand.
Yeah, and so I plan on writing humor. Humor. I plan on writing humor.
Okay. Well, writing is very therapeutic, so I think that would help you on your continued path.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is the message that you have for family members and others who may be trying to battle that beast of, alcoholism, which is one of the toughest beasts and most deadly beasts to battle? The path out of that trap is not easy and can be filled with death. So what's your message to others who are now in what you were in?
When you're admired in the disease of alcoholism, and I'm sure of drug addiction as well, you can't make decisions. You can't make decisions that are good. You're sick. So my suggestion is for them is to find the right help. If you find yourself in the right place with the right people helping you, you can pull out of it. And to find a higher power, truly, my faith has helped me a great deal. Now, if it's a higher power, it's not. You don't have to adopt the concept of grandma's God,
right?
Which is you.
Right.
You don't have to have that.
Right.
But I get the right help, and not everyone has the luxury of having. I have a wonderful husband. We've been together 35 years, and he's by me no matter what.
Right.
So I know I'm very blessed in that way. But getting the right help and keeping hope, knowing that, and knowing that there is I can't think. But I want to tell you one thing. I live in Yucaipa, and driving here from an AA meeting just a little bit ago.
Okay.
I looked across at the mountains. The mountains are solid white on the top. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what? If I was drunk or on drugs, that would mean nothing. It would mean nothing to me.
Right.
But it means a lot to me. I can appreciate that now.
Right. That is wonderful. And so finally, what would you have to say to others about the South California Road to Recovery treatment program?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's incredible. It saved my life, and I know it can save the lives of others. I've seen it. I've seen it when I was there with semi-forgotten. I've seen it when I was there. I've seen people come in and they're detoxing. They weigh like 90 pounds or something like that, and they come out of it. They heal, and we are all able to watch each other get better. And it takes time, and it takes a lot of care, and all that care is in that facility. The people are lovely; they're beautiful. I love them, and the facility is beautiful. It's just a beautiful home environment. The food is good. I just didn't know, like I said before, didn't know that there was such a place or thing as that. I'm truly blessed that I've found myself there. I can't imagine what it would have been like if it had been back at Kenyon Ridge or wherever. You know, I wouldn't be talking. I would never have found my way out of that alcoholism. I may have been dead.
Wow.
But I truly, without being too gushy, I have South California Road to Recovery to thank for my life. I truly do, and I mean that with all my heart. It's the best place to be.
And we
I don't know how to tell someone, how do you find yourself in this facility?
Right.
I don't have a damn clue. I was.
You woke up. You woke up.
I woke up. It's a miracle. It's
great.
God's hand placed me on
That's great.
in that lovely bed.
Right.
All free and cozy. You know. And when I woke up, I still felt like shit. But boy, did that ever soften the blow. Softened the blow quite a bit.
Yeah. That's got to be an experience to totally, black out and be unconscious as to anything. And then the next thing you're aware of is you're in a nice place.
Right. It was amazing.
And then everyone is nice. And then it stays nice. And then you see nice. And eventually that kind of shines some light on you. That's beautiful, Joey.
And we're talking, and I'm Kathy, is she the administrator? I don't know what her title is, but she is amazing.
Yes.
She knew me inside and out. She looked me in the eye and said, "You're addicted to that," or "You are thinking this," and I know what you're. She knew.
That's great.
And she called me and she said, "I want to have to get it."
Right. She calls it like she sees it. So she's good.
I love her. I do love her.
Yeah. We all do. Well, Joy, thank you for taking your time. Your story has been entertaining, informational, and hopefully inspirational to those who are listening and to someone who now needs to get on that road or needs to connect someone they know to that road of recovery, which is offered at South California Road to Recovery program.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us today, Joey. You've been listening to the SoCal Road to Recovery podcast. Until the next time, it's always time for the Road to Recovery. If you want more information or have an angle you want us to cover, let us know. You can reach us in any way you prefer. Telephone 844-TOP-RECOVERY. That's 844-TOP-RECOVERY. Facebook, South California Road to Recovery. Instagram and Twitter, SC Road 2 Recovery, SC Road to Recovery. On the web, www.socalroadtororecovery.com. I'm JT Turner, your host, and this has been the SoCal Road to Recovery podcast. Someone cares. 844-TOP-RECOVERY. Hope is real, and if there is hope, there can be recovery.